Hey, everyone. How's it going? I'm Eric. I'm the co-founder of Blitz. Who here? Okay, I was going to ask how many people here have heard of Blitz. Maybe a raise of hands. I think that was maybe, yeah, it's like, okay, that's a lot of people. It's a lot more than last year. We had not that many people knew about us last year. For those of you who have not heard of Blitz, we're an online IDE that makes building web apps like easy mode. It's just a total dream to use. If you've ever used the Angular docs and hit run live example and you get this nice, awesome IDE in your browser, that's our stuff, so maybe you've used it without realizing it was ours. Anyways, it's been a crazy year for us. Last year when we came to ng-conf, that was our first time here, and we're kind of just getting started with the project. We had 750,000 developers use Blitz at that point, and 400,000 projects had been created. And I don't know what happened since last year. You all must have went and told all of your friends and family and cousins and mothers, because now we've had 5.3 million developers use Blitz, which is crazy. This is crazy. You've created 2.2 million projects. It's led us to have some firsts this year. We actually had our first downtime. We went down for 15 minutes. We tried to beat Facebook's record of 6 hours. We couldn't figure out how they did it, but we got 15 minutes in. Apparently, our database got so big, our migration scripts actually failed, so we had to rework how we do migrations. Yeah, so it's been a crazy year, and we just want to say thank you to all of you. This is because of you. This project exists, and it's grown to this size, and your support and your feedback and all of your help every day really drives us to keep working on the thing. And so before we get into anything else, we just want to say thank you, and we love all of you. So we really appreciate it. And thank you for having us back this year. We're excited. So this year, we've been working on some cool stuff. And our goal with Blitz is we want to create an online environment that's the best place to develop, debug, and collaborate, even better than your own local development environment. And that's a pretty tall order. But I think the best way to show you some of the new stuff we've made is to just code a really simple app together and show you some of the new stuff we've been working on. So I'm going to go to stackblitz.com. And first thing you'll notice is we have this nice homepage now. It's like this Martian lunar landscape. Always feels good to be inspired before you start a new project. It's got a nice little parallax effect. So I'm going to click on Angular, and boom, I'm thrown into a live development environment. This should look pretty familiar to those of you who have used Blitz before. And for those of you who haven't used Blitz, you might be like, that looks like a lot like VS Code. And that's because it is. It's actually VS Code inside your browser. I can hover over and see the type definitions for this thing. It also ships out of the box with hot reloading, so I can say hello ng-conf, and you'll see it update over there. And last year when we were here, we actually introduced this really cool feature called Teleport that lets you hot reload and debug across all of your devices, really makes it amazing for building PWAs and that sort of thing. So we've got some nice upgrades we've actually implemented into it recently. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rename this to make it a little easier to get to. So I'm calling this ng-conf demo app. And all you have to do to use this is go ahead and pull out your phones and laptops if you want. You can follow along. Just go to ng-conf-demoapp.stackblitz.io, that URL right there that I've got highlighted. So y'all can just open that up, and as I develop this app, it'll be hot reloading on your devices. And while that happens, you can actually see the number of devices that are actually connecting live down here. So you can see that number going up, right? It's always a little scary to see that number rocketing during these demos. While you all are connecting, I'm going to make some style changes to this app. We're going to create a little camera app. Nothing too crazy. It's going to use your phone or laptop's camera and put it on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change the background color to be red. Boom. We'll set the color to be white. And actually, I'm going to connect on my phone to make sure. You might want to be on your cellular. I don't know if the airwaves are going to get jammed up. So let me go ahead and punch in here. Is everyone connecting fine so far? Yeah. Perfect. OK. Demo app. All right. So I'm connecting now, too. And I'm going to go ahead and the last thing I'm going to change is I'm going to do Command-P, go to my template. And I'm going to change this out to say, let's build a camera app. OK. So, the first thing I usually do when I'm starting out a new app is I create a GitHub repo, because I'm probably going to have to collaborate with people. And if you all have ever used GitHub integrations in other IDEs or online environments, usually they're a little bit clunky, not that easy to use, might not have all the functionality that you need. And so we worked really hard on this new GitHub sync feature, and it's super easy and really powerful. And to use it, you just click on this Connect Repository button, and it just pops up, pre-fills the name of a repo. I can even make it private, so I can just go do that. And I click Create Repo and Push. So this is actually creating a GitHub repo, committing to it. And this is all happening inside of the browser. There's not even touching a server to do this, which is amazing. And so I'm going to go ahead and, is it hot reloading back? There we go. And so I can open up this repo now. You can see it's been pushed to it 14 seconds ago. It's ready to rock and roll. And so if I want to go ahead and create a feature on my local machine, I usually don't just commit to master. You can see we have this commit button. Usually I will create a branch, put my functionality into it, commit that, and then do a pull request, right? And so in StackBlitz, you can do the exact same thing. And it's really awesome. You just choose your branches. I'm going to create a new branch. I'm going to say new feature. Hit enter. It's going to go ahead and just push a new branch right up to GitHub. And go over here. So now I refresh. See that? We have this new feature right there, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and let's start building out the camera app, right? So I'm going to run an Angular generator. This is one of my favorite features. I'm going to create a component. I'm going to call it the camera component. Hit enter. And it automatically scaffolds out this component, creates a folder, and it imports it into our ng module for us, so it's ready to use now. And I actually cheated to save a little bit of time. I coded up this 60 lines of code here. I'm just going to copy and paste that right in here. Hit save. And I'm going to replace this with our app camera selector. And so now on your phones, you should now see yourselves. And we've got some cool little filters to use, so I can blur myself, kind of like I'm underwater or something. Sepia, invert. Oh, that's weird. So it's pretty cool. Take a look at that. We have just about 500 people connected live. Is everyone still getting this? Yeah? Sweet. So we've got our camera functionalities here. We're ready to ship it. Maybe we'll even, I don't know if that red really works great. I'm going to change it to a blue. I think that'll fit better with, feels a little more light to me. All right, so let's go ahead and commit this. So all I have to do is just hit commit, and automatically we'll pre-fill our commit message. I could change it if I want, but I'm kind of lazy. So I'm just going to hit the commit button. And this is going to go ahead and just push it right over to GitHub. And if I go to GitHub, I can do one click to do a pull request, just like my local development environment, right? Super nice. And what's really nice about this integration specifically is if you, for example, you have a coworker that finds a bug that doesn't work on mobile or something, and they create a branch on GitHub and push to it, normally you have to pull that down, clone it, upload it somewhere so you can have your phone connect to it. It's a huge hassle, right? So if I want to switch a branch and see what it looks like on my phone, I can just click right there. And this is actually cloning our application and recompiling it and hot reloading it over the air to everyone's devices. So now we're back on master, right? I can switch back, right back to our new feature. Now we're back to our camera app, right? So it's pretty cool. So we've got some cool stuff. Last year we showed this off. You can actually have direct access to everyone's phone's consoles in here. So I'm just going to choose one person at random. I'm going to throw an alert on their screen. Oh, no, they died. They went away. Let me find someone else. Someone check on them. All right. So someone just got an alert on their phone. Did anyone raise your hand? I don't know. Someone probably did. That's pretty cool. So you can do that. And while I've got everyone's phones here, maybe I should mine some Bitcoin or something. No, I'm just joking. Well, I'm super lazy, so people are always like, follow me on Twitter or whatever. I never do it because I'm don't have the time or the willpower. So I'm gonna do you all a favor, and I'm gonna send you over to our Twitter account right now. All right? I'm just gonna save, and so you can go and follow us. We'll just make it really easy for you. Okay? So. So yeah, it's pretty cool, right? So you can kind of see how this is an environment that really is like nothing else out there, right? But we wanted to make StackBlitz a great place to work on production-grade applications. And when you're talking about building something that fits into your production workflow, Usually there's a lot of things that come with that, right? You're going to want to use Angular Universal. This isn't just going to be a thin SPA. You're going to want server-side rendering, right? And that means that you're going to have to spin up a server. You need Node.js. Maybe you want to use a different language like Python or something crazy like Rust, right? And now we're talking about servers. So that means we need a cloud provider to provision those servers, and we're going to need a database to like save data to, retrieve the data from, and then we have to glue all this stuff together with our build and deploy scripts, and then you hit that button to do the first deploy, cross your fingers, and you know what happens next. It never goes according to plan. So we want to solve this problem, and today we're really excited to announce our next generation development toolchain called Production Ready. And it's really sweet because it lets you go from idea to production in one click. And it lets you do this by automatically scaffolding out all of your application's code and your cloud infrastructure. You don't have to do anything. It's like pretty amazing. And it works with any language and any framework for your backends. As of today, it works on Google Cloud. We've been working with a couple of their teams on their bleeding edge stuff. And it's going to be coming to AWS next and maybe Azure soon, if there's any dev advocates here. And man, it's a dream to use. So let's go ahead and let's give it a test drive, shall we? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back to stackblitz.com. And I'm just going to click Start a New App. And I'm going to give this a ng-conf SSR demo. So I'm going to give the app a name. I'm going to click on Angular Universal. You can see a whole bunch of different languages and frameworks. I'm going to enable Google Cloud. I'm going to create a new GitHub repo. I just click Create App. You can see we have this like SpaceX-like launch sequence now going on for our app, where it's spinning up a dev environment, pushing to a new GitHub repo it just created. So I can open that up over here. See, we got this Docker and Node stuff ready to rock and roll. And it's doing an initial deployment to Google Cloud now of our app, which should be done in a couple of seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, boom! Is that not the coolest loading animation ever? And so already, my idea is on prod, right? I'm going to open this up over here. And I'm going to right-click, View Source. You can see server-side rendering. Pretty amazing, right? And so normally, we could go ahead and just clone this GitHub repo here, get it running locally, get all of our stuff installed. But we made it a little bit easier. I'm just going to click this button. We'll see what it does. And it turns out we've got a very powerful version of our editor. The next generation of it can run full VS Code extensions. It's already up and running. So I can, again, comes out of the box with our hot reloading stuff. So I can say, hello, ng-conf, again. Hit save. Oh, no, it's taking a little while. There we go. Boom. So I can, I think we have a Google Cloud logo in here. I'm going to open that up. I'll enable that. Nice. Looks beautiful, right? So for us to get this back on production, this box actually comes installed with everything that you need. You're already logged into all of your services like Google Cloud. The Google Cloud CLI is ready to rock and roll. We even have a VS Code extension, so you can just hit this deploy button. And this is running the exact same tool chain that you run on your local when you do a production build. It's creating a production container image. It's uploading that to the Google Cloud Container Registry, and then pointing Cloud Run at that. And this is going to be on production in just a couple of seconds. But while that's going on, let's go ahead and let's commit our changes to Git again. And I already showed you our extension, but what's awesome about this is that we can actually just use the command line. And again, we're already logged into GitHub. We don't have to do anything here. We don't have to set up SSH keys or anything like that. You just have to OAuth. So I'm going to go ahead and git add dot, git commit -m, stuff, and then git push origin master. I think I typed that right. There we go. So if I go back over here, see our commit just came in for that, right? And let's take a look at our deployment. It's just about done, just finished. I'm going to click open site. It's going to open up. And the cache should bust there. Should bust. There we go, boom. So now our idea is already back on prod, right? So really cool. So yeah, you can see how this toolchain really makes it easy to fit in with production, your production workflow, and iterate on your ideas and everything. And this stuff is going into beta, and you can sign up for it on our site on stackblitz.com. And I just want to point out that the people who made this actually came from the community. Earlier this year, we sent out a tweet that said, we are underwater just keeping our servers online. We need some help. We have some cool ideas. We'd love to bring some folks in. And these three gentlemen should be pretty familiar faces. They're all from the Angular community. And everything you saw today was them. Like, they did all of that, and they are brilliant and talented. And I've loved working with them, and it's just been a dream. And we really appreciate it. And a lot of people have asked, how can I support StackBlitz? Like, how can I help you all stay alive and, kind of keep doing what you're doing? And today we're actually going to be opening up some memberships so you can get awesome stuff, some cool upgrades, and also keep us alive. The first membership we have is our astronaut membership. Everything's kind of space-themed here. It's the price of a Chipotle burrito, so pretty affordable. It comes with lots of great stuff, private projects. You get all of the teleport, hot reloading stuff. Best support ever. I'll give you my phone number if you want it. Give me a call. Once production ready is out of beta, you'll get 20 full stack apps with it. And for those of you who really, really, really love us, we also have a plan for you. And that is our Commander plan. And it comes with all the amazing stuff in the astronaut plan, but you get unlimited full stack apps. But even better is you're going to have first access to all of the latest things we're working on, including production ready. So you're going to be the first people to have access to that and all the other stuff we're working on. But we're even going to bring all of our design and engineering stuff to you first. And you're going to have your opinion is going to be able to have a direct impact on the way we're developing the platform. So it's like a really cool opportunity to bring people into our process and how we're prioritizing features and the sort of things that you all want to see in it, right? Beyond that, we have some cool events lined up for in-person and online, and every now and then, out of the blue, we'll send you something to your door, like a T-shirt or a sticker or, I don't know, maybe something else. Only one way to find out is by signing up for the plan. But with our new memberships, we really wanted to give everyone something that you really couldn't find anywhere else. And so a couple of weeks ago, we were thinking about this, and we were like, well, our site is space-themed. ng-conf this year is space-themed. What if we let everyone launch something into space? Like, okay, I mean, like, what could they launch into space? We're like, okay, well, what if we put, like, a web server into space, and they could, like, deploy their websites onto it from StackBlitz? And it was like, this sounds crazy. Is this even possible? And we're not rocket scientists, which poses a bit of a problem. And so we called a couple of our friends who have a rocket launch company, and they loved the idea. They were really excited about it. So this is actually happening. We can get your website onto the top of a rocket, launch into a space on our server, right? And so this ng-conf, we can be the first conference to launch something into space. And the way we are going to get there is we have to hit 1,000 websites ready to deploy to space by the end of the conference. And because our astronaut plan comes with 1 site and our commander plan comes with 4 sites that you can put into space, we can totally do this. There's 1,400 people in this room right now. If 2 out of 3 of us sign up for the astronaut plan, we're going to space. If 1 out of 5 of us sign up for the commander plan, we're still going to space. So like, we can totally do this. And we're doing a little Kickstarter style. We bought a domain, deploy2.space. And so I'll go ahead and just open that real quick, get a feel for it. You can see our progress. We got 48 sites. That's actually pretty decent. We haven't even announced this. So you can see our countdown for when the doors are going to shut on this rocket. We have a whole bunch of information on the site. We have this video that's actually kind of embarrassing. I'm not going to play it on stage because it's embarrassing, but you should watch it. It's definitely cringe, for sure. People have already deployed their sites. Stephen Fluin wanted to send Angular.io, so that's going to space. Maybe you've seen Gerard Sands. This one makes me laugh. I'm going to pull it up. It's unicorns dabbing in space. So that's going to be that's going to be in space. Whole bunch of cool stuff. You can check these out. PWA's got a really awesome one too. So we have a whole bunch of information on this site, and it's really simple. Once you sign up for a membership on StackBlitz, there's now this deploy to space button right there. Okay, this is real. I'm not joking. And you click it. I'm deploying this thing into space, and it's going to go up. Should be done in a couple of seconds here. Should be. There we go. Boom. All right. So I can post about it on Twitter. I've got a URL. Can I open this up? Sure. Let's go over to it. So you can see Eric Simons has launched this into space. So it's fun. It's cool. I'm going to go back to the presentation so you can see our camera apps in space. I was trying to redirect to Twitter. A space launch wouldn't be the same without a mission patch. And so we actually have 500 of these that are going to be given out to the first 500 people who sign up here. Limited edition. These are never going to be seen again. And they come with special powers. If you put them on during the conference, you're going to get high fives. If you don't have one on, people are going to ask, why don't you want to go to space? There's going to be a bit of social accountability going on here. And a whole bunch of cool people have already actually done this, you know? Really awesome. Joe, that's a great shot of you, by the way. I like that. We actually hired a model. Some would say he's an Instagram influencer, kind of dreamy. Might recognize him. Looks pretty great, right? So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the rocket company that's actually going to be launching this thing. They're really awesome. They're super excited about it. And they put together a little video that I'm going to play here right now. So.
Hi, web developers. I'm Randa Milliron, CEO and co-founder of Interorbital Systems. We are super excited to put the first web server into space with you. The mission at Interorbital Systems has always been to make space accessible to everyone who wants to use it. And we hope that this launch will inspire everyone, especially women and minorities, to explore the world of web programming and other STEM pursuits. Let's make it happen. Who wants to be first to put his or her website into space?
I'm suited up. Let's go to space. What do you say? Huh? Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to be the guys in the space astronaut costumes. Come find us. We'd love to chat about space, going to space, and anything Stackless for that matter. So thank you very much.